Pretty funny.
It was pretty.
All right.
Look at us.
Far.
Just jumped off. Why'd you jump off?
Blew him up.
Okay, camo. You. Oh.
Die, rebel scum!
Get him, lunar bitch. Get over here when I'm trying to talk to
Dude,
you.
what do you expect him to do? That's his job. Walked right in front of me. Must kill him.
I'm already there. I'm already battling people.
You gotta go.
I got him. Oh god!
Yes, sir!
And they just like said like, oh, we can't pull this off. So they.
Are you guys dancing?
They all dance like that.
Welcome everybody to the Red5Tavern. It's good to have you guys with us. We're going to play some D&D tonight. As you guys saw in the videos, we are part of the Red5 Network and the Red5 Gaming Network. How are you guys doing tonight?
I want to know why the hell I'm in prison.
Well,
Cheers, love. Doesn't matter. Cheers.
We're going to get there. So thank you, everybody who is tuning in right now. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat already. We've had lots of interest already on Facebook and on Twitter, even some on Instagram. So thank you for everybody that's following us so far. We're going to, like I said, play some D&D tonight. We're going to probably have a few drinks while we're doing it, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And if you're stay to the end, we'll even have some giveaways. So please make sure you do stay to the end. I'm joined here by members of the Red5 gaming community, and some of whom have some experience in D&D, and for some, this will be their first time playing. So without further ado, I'm going to have them introduce themselves. So when I go around the tavern, everybody introduce yourselves, where people can find you, and then tell us about your character, just your name, and your class and your race. And then, if you're drinking anything tonight, I, for example, am drinking, it's called Hypnotic Pattern. Apparently on Earth, they call this an Incredible Hulk, which I learned about 20 minutes ago. But it's serious stuff. So tonight's going to be very interesting. So tell us what you're drinking. And then also, if you remember, there's a lot of instructions here. Tell us how much experience you have playing D&D, so everybody knows where we're standing. And we'll start. He is running the show for us tonight. We'll start with Grant, who's playing Kazara. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Grant. I am from Dork Wars, the podcast, and Dork Wars Gaming. You can find us at Dork Wars Podcast on Twitter, on Instagram. We even have dorkwarspodcast.com, where you can find all of our links to everything, including our merch store. I also can be found at GDubs389 on Twitter if you want to follow me and keep up with what I'm saying mainly about this here D&D show. I am playing the character Kazara Lightfoot. He is an Haragon Ranger, which for those that don't know means he's a giant bunny. And that's kind of it. I actually don't drink alcohol, so I'm just drinking some nice cherry 7-Up tonight. keeping it nice and good and crisp. And yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up for me.
And how much experience do you have playing D&D?
Oh, D&D, yes, of course. I played quite a bit in high school and in college, so I have quite a bit of D&D experience.
Awesome. Kaylisha.
Hi, I'm Kaylisha Moonflower. I am a moon elf druid. I have no idea why I'm in shackles right now. I'm in a prison. It's hot in here. I don't like it hot. My moon is sweating. I did manage to sneak in some libations. I have this potion of healing, and I have my flask over here. I put a little invisibility cloak on that to sneak that in here. So I'm just waiting to find out why I'm here. So,
And how much experience do you have playing D&D?
oh yes, I played in high school for about 4 years. I did a couple of sessions. That was 2 years ago. I'm ready to get back in the swing of things.
Awesome. Madam Ivana Cumalo. Go ahead and introduce yourself, please, for those at home. You already can.
Anyway, my real name, as I'm going by now, is Madam Chantal, because I just premiered Scarif After Dark last Saturday. So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at either Selena Kyle 29, which is my personal, or you can find me also at Scarif After Dark on either one of those platforms. And as our dungeon master just said, my name is Madam Ivana. Come on. I'm not going to be able to say this with a straight face. I am a changeling bard, and I have 0 experience in Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, Ursh.
Nice. I am Urshel Sono, otherwise known as Dragon Buddy, from the Escape Pod. I catch us Wednesday nights on the Escape Pod. You can also catch me, Dragon Bud 8, on Twitch, part of the Red 5 gaming community. I am a Reborn Ranger. Reborn is a newer type class of coming back to life for many different reasons. And I've been playing D&D. We just kind of got back into it. The Testy Elf and I.
I'm not a testy elf. I'm a moon elf, and you didn't have to follow me here. So,
I used to play a lot when I was very back in the 80s and early 90s. Fell out of it for quite a while and just kind of picked it up again recently. And that's ready to have some fun.
And which edition is your favorite for D&D?
Early edition. Although Pathfinder is nice to get a nice linear run at a decent story. So I do enjoy some Pathfinder.
And for our viewers, we will be playing 5e, latest 5th edition. So those are the rules we'll be using. If we mess anything up, please feel free to comment and let me know how I screwed up. And we'll be sure to probably not fix ourselves, but we appreciate the comments anyway. All right, we have a new guest in the tavern. We'll get to Kira in a second after we talk to Nero.
Well, I was enjoying the fact that I was at the back of the pack, so all of you could be in the dungeon first and take all the damage, but that's fine. I'll go second to last. At least I still have one buffer in front of me. I am Charles, one half of Conversations Podcast. Pat does not play Dungeons & Dragons, so that's why he's not here. I started playing Dungeons & Dragons in the 80s as well. Tabletop, just like what you're looking at there, Brad. Character sheets, drawings. We didn't play with the figures, but Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, I was alive and playing that when it was in paper and hardback covers. So it's been a while. My character, Nero, is a halfling rogue. And can't wait to get going. And I agree with Kalisha here. I'm in a dungeon. I don't like being here. I don't like my reasons for being here. And I don't like any of you yet. So take that for what it's worth.
There you go. All right, Kira, we're just going around the tavern. Please introduce yourself and your character, just briefly, name and what race and class you are. If you happen to be drinking anything tonight, what you're drinking, and how much experience you have playing D&D.
The halfling rogue over here never even told us.
Well, I'm not drinking anything, and trust me, nobody wants me drinking tonight. And so this is all new to me. This is brand new. So I am definitely still a learner. Let me see here. So I'm Kira, aka Nicole, aka Peace Love Fandoms. Oh, back to what you were also asking. So I am a half elf. Let's see here. Oathbreaker Padlin. I hope I said that right. And if not, who knows? Really? It's fantasy world. Welcome to it. I mean, we're all in a dungeon right now, so you might as well just join the chaos and the crazy. I mean, who knows why they're here? They don't know why I'm not here, or why I am here, or if I am here. So I guess you'll have to wait and see.
I'm confused already. I don't know where we are right now. So I didn't give all my introductions either.
Don't want me to drink tonight, y'all. Just saying.
So again, I am Brad. You might recognize me from the Scarif Scuttlebutt podcast. Probably not, because you probably haven't seen it. But if you have, that's where I'm from. And down there is one of my partners in crime. Obviously, like she said, she's on Scarif After Dark. As you heard, we have varying levels of experience here in the Red5Tavern with D&D. So tonight and probably the next few sessions, as we go through, the players will have some questions about how do I do this and that, and we're going to take it easy, right? We're going to talk about the character sheets, how to use it. There's a lot of stuff involved with D&D. It's easy, but it can be difficult at times, right? And it takes a lot to learn all the intricacies of D&D. So we're gonna work through it, and again, we might mess some things up, but we're here to have fun. And like I said, we have some giveaways. We're doing a throw. It's a D20. We have one of these, and that is for something we're running on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, find this post, and you still have a chance to win the D&D blanket. And again, if you make it to the end of the episode, we'll be giving away a D&D Essentials kit.
Nice.
So you can get started. It's got character sheets. It's got the double-sided map, 64-page rule book, so you can understand the rules of D&D. A DM screen comes with some dice and things describing magic items and that sort of stuff. So that's a great way to get you started. That's basically, if you have this and you have an imagination, that's all you need to get started with D&D. As this show continues, maybe we'll get fancier with our graphics and stuff like that. But right now, we're just going to be using our imaginations. And also, if you are in the Hampton Roads area in Virginia, we are running a giveaway with Atlantis Comics and Games over in Portsmouth. So if you do have to be in the Hamptons Road area and you are viewing, just type in Atlantis in the chat, and you'll be in the running for a Baldur's Gate Commander's Legends pack, which is a $70 value.
Baldur's Gate, cool.
Yep. So Magic, Wizards of the Coast runs both D&D as well as Magic the Gathering. So there's a lot of crossovers now between the two. So I don't think Rob's in. Someone in the chat is in the Hampton Roads area, but apparently he's not. You have to fly to the Hampton Roads area if you want to come pick that up, because it's currently sitting on the store, or in the store, not on the store. This drink is good already. So yeah, if you're in the Hamptons Road area, please type in Atlantis in the chat, and I'll remind you guys in a little bit if you happen to tune in and you have a chance to win that. Otherwise, I'll just open all the cards myself and play it myself because it's a cool.
I have a question.
Yes, we have a question in the tavern. Yes.
How does it feel to be able to talk a lot more than usual with Ro not being here?
Well, yes, the normal DM of Scarif Scuttlebutt normally does all the talking, so this will be weird for me. I have to make up for 3 years, 4 years. So, Ro, if you're watching,
I love you, Ro.
You love
all right,
me.
I'm done.
All right. So, who is ready to play some D&D?
Me. It's raining. Nice.
Right.
I'm ready.
We have a heading.
All right. Welcome to the Red5Tavern. Welcome to Devil's Bargain. And tonight we'll be doing episode 1, Prison Break. Your head already pounding. You wake to the sound of loud metallic clanking. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Before you can even open your eyes, the smell hits you. It's somewhere between mildew and straight death. Your eyes barely open. Your strength only allows you to look at the floor. That's enough to see the unusually large rat that's running across the floor.
Rats!
It has the nerve to stop and look at you right in the eyes. For here in Shadowlight Prison, even the rats are treated better than the prisoners. Rise and shine, you pathetic scum. Today is the day we send you all back to the 9 hells. So all the guards here in the prison could be considered brutal on a good day, downright murderous on a bad one. This particular guard, however, you recognize him as one of the worst. He decided to wake you by sliding his mace down the length of your cell bars. A large grin on his face, he seems to be reveling in your impending doom. You look around the room to see 5 other prisoners. Each of you is only wearing rags with no shoes. You sleep on a concrete floor, not even afforded a pillow. A tight cuff is around your right wrist, tethering you to the wall by a sturdy metallic chain. All of you are groggy, the guards having given you some sort of drug the night before to keep you sedated. I can't wait to see the executioner bring his axe down on each one of your necks. Now sit tight. They'll be here in no time for you to make that final walk. He leans back on the opposite wall, pulls a piece of fruit out of his belt pouch, and proceeds to chew on it very loudly. The juice is running sloppily down his face. So what do you guys want to do?
I'd like to look around and see what I find in this room, in this cell, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and run a perception check. And before you do that, we'll explain what that means. So if you guys want to take a look at your character sheets, you have a whole bunch of statistics on your character sheets, and they all have pluses by them. You'll see the word perception on there, and there'll be a plus number there. And what you do is whenever I ask you to make a check of any kind, you'll roll your D20, that's your 20-sided die, and then you'll add whatever number it says next to that. So, and you also all have called what's called passive perception. And if you look down in the bottom left-hand corner of your character sheets, if you have one printed out, you'll see that passive perception number. That lets us know how aware you are in general of your surroundings. So anything above, so a 10 is considered average. Anything above that, you're a little bit more perceptive to what's around you. If you're some of the more barbaric classes, that might be a little bit lower. But that's your passive perception. So, Kazara, what did you get on that perception check?
I got a 14.
All right, 14. So you look around the room. Everything is, as I explained, it's not very well lit inside there's no natural lighting. It's all concrete walls along the outside. Outside of the cell, you see across from you, there's some more cells right across the way. You can't tell exactly how many, but if you were to leave yours and goes straight across, you'll run into about 6 other cells. The hallway goes off to the left. Outside your cell, you can't really see too much that way, but inside your cell, there's not much in there. You guys are all chained up. You're only a couple feet away from each other, but there's about 4 feet of chain between you and the wall, and that's not long enough for any of you to actually reach even the bars of your cell.
Am I dangling on the wall, or am I like at a height appropriate?
You're all just sitting on the floor.
Okay.
Right? You just one chain attached to your right arm. So
I take my left hand and I try and see where the connection point to the wall is, and see if there's any way I can loosen it. Is it sturdy? Is it rusted? Is it decrepit?
There's very minimal signs of rust on the chain or on the connection to the wall. It seems to be pretty sturdy.
Okay. I test the chain links. They're all good and strong. Nothing I can. Okay.
Doesn't appear.
I won't even attempt this strength savings throw because I've got none. So that's fine.
Looking at the guard, does he have any keys that are visible?
So go ahead and run a perception check for me, Ursh.
That's a 15.
All right. So you see the guard. He's got a good amount of armor on. Nothing too fancy, but good standard chainmail armor. He's got a mace that he's reattached to his belt while he eats his fruit, something like an apple. And attached to his belt, you do see a ring of chains. There's somewhere around 10 plus keys on the chain.
Okay, and you said we can't even reach the bars, and he's on the other side, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Is he paying attention to us, or is he just like?
He's generally looking in your direction, but not really. He's more. I mean, he's got full faith and confidence in the chains and the bars. So while he's looking in your general direction, he doesn't really care about you guys.
Aside from the rat that we see on the floor, is there anything else that that stands out? Like
there are
loose
some
stones or anything that kind of way.
They gave you last night's dinner, which was basically some moldy bread. There are some small tin plates in the cell with you.
Are those within reach?
Yes.
I am wondering if I can talk to Urshk. I'm wondering if by any chance he can get the guard to come in. If he can get the guard to come in the cell, I can grab his hand and shock him.
Ursh, what do you think?
She does have the power to do it. From what I know of little of her, she's the only one that I kind of know here. I think I want to I guess acknowledge everyone that's around me and with all of you here, Madam Ivana Kumalate and Nero, Kalisha, I know, but the rest of you, what's the last thing we remember before coming in here? Has anybody seen, do you think we could overpower him if he were to come in?
Is he weak-minded?
So Madam Ivana, you are a changeling. What do you currently look like?
I don't know. What do I look like?
You can look in the tin plate.
I want to know if the moldy bread was pumpernickel. Anyway. What do I look like? Well, what are my abilities? Let me see. Am I limited into what I can change into?
So as a changeling, you can change into any form that's about your shape. And so nothing too much taller or shorter than what you are. It would have to be, it's probably going to be, it doesn't have to be a human, but a humanoid type figure. So it doesn't, gender doesn't matter. So basically I would think however they brought you in to Shadowlight Prison, that's how you look right now. So however you're disguised right now. Of course, not everybody in the room knows you're a changeling. Only you know that right now.
Oh, okay.
So what form would they see you in?
Interesting. I am. I'm going to say that I'm brought in as a man versus a woman. And I'm not sure what else I can say that I look like. I have horns. I want to have horns.
All right, so maybe a tiefling type. So
can it be red?
Sure. Yep. A tiefling humanoid type form, and they have some devil in their bloodline. So they have a little bit of devilish sort of characteristics. Yep. So, and of course, you guys don't know. It looks like Kalisha and Ursh know each other's names, but other than that, you've been here for in the prison for varying amount of times. You may or may not know each other's names at this point. So you have no idea that Madame Ivana goes by Ivana. It's whatever she or he said.
Lord Lucian.
All right. So Madame Ivana currently going by Lord Lucian.
Did Irshk voice that? Like, did you say that out loud, or were you sort of thinking that?
I'm saying that out loud.
Out loud. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you voiced the fact, like, who's around me, sort of thing, like what's going on.
Who's around me? Yeah. Like, I'm Ursh. I'm going to come right out and say that I've come back from the dead. Don't know how. Very limited. I'm not going to tell you guys. I really don't know you much. But we're all in the same thing here together. We're all locked together. I know Kalisha has the power, if we can get the guard in here, to shock him, to incapacitate him. Does anyone else have a way? And I can restrain him. Does anybody else have something that they could add to this?
Where's that damn rat? I look for the rat.
He's gone back into a hole somewhere in the cell.
Is there any food on the plate to entice him back out or it out?
Crumbs at best.
Okay. Skip over the weird guy with the glasses asking about the rat. I think he's a little gone. Elf. Hi, Elf. I'm an elf. You're an elf. What powers do you have, Elf? Maybe we can do something.
That's you, Kira.
Kira is rolling down on her powers.
So, Kira is a paladin, so she does have some, inherent powers as a paladin. Even though she, as she said at the top of the show, she is an oathbreaker. She still has some powers. You guys, a couple of you have some magic abilities. However, after being brought into the prison, you did try to use your magic abilities inside the cell, because obviously no one wants to stay in prison. So you guys have tried to use those. And upon trying to cast any spells or conjure anything, it seems to be dampened by something in the cell. So you're not currently able to cast any spells within these cells.
Good to know.
So as you guys are discussing, you guys are pretty much at a loss. Judging by what the guard said, they don't hold prisoners here too long in Shadowlight. You guys are in the city of Tempest Bay, and they have a problem with criminals, and they don't like criminals here in Tempest Bay. So their judicial system is not exactly on the up and up. Executions tend to come pretty quickly without much trial involved. So it appears that your executions are scheduled for this morning. So you guys probably will not be around much longer.
Hey, guard. How long is this going to take? If I'm going to die, I'd rather die now.
Well, the rabbit speaks.
We got that going for us.
Shut your mouth, rabbit. They'll come when they come. They don't work for me. They'll be here anytime, though. Don't you worry.
Is there a volume change? Like, obviously, we're going to be whispering if we're trying to communicate with each other, and he's not hearing it. We're good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
So, as you guys are discussing amongst yourselves a plan, you see an older gentleman walk up to the guard. He appears to be wearing religious attire. For those of you that have been here a little while, you've seen him walk around the prison before. You think he's probably the prison chaplain. And he approaches the guard. Good morning, Damien. I hope the day is treating you well so far. Same shit, different day, Father. Indeed. The chaplain forces himself to smile, clearly repulsed by the guard. Would you allow me into the cell, please? I wish to speak to the prisoners before they are relieved of this mortal coil. You actually want to talk to these wretch? Your call, Paps. So the guard takes the ring of keys off his belt and lets the chaplain in. He shuts the door behind the chaplain and then locks it. He goes back to leaning up against the wall, eating another piece of fruit. And as the chaplain comes into the cell, he dusts himself off, more of a metaphorical dusting off, and doesn't seem to be a big fan of the guard. And he turns to you, and this time with a genuine smile, he says, "Good morning, friends. My name is Father Kestis. I hope you will join me in a short prayer." And he walks over to where you guys are, and he kneels down to one knee between all of you, and he motions you all to get closer to join him in what appears to be a prayer. And as he gets closer to you guys, he makes a subtle look over his shoulder just to make sure that he's out of earshot of the guard. And he starts to whisper, "I want to get you out of here. Will you please listen to what I have to say? Please make no grand gestures. Gather in closely." And more loudly, he says, "Now, children, let us pray." And he begins to whisper again, "I, like you, despise this place. An execution makes a mockery of the gods. If you do exactly as I say, I can get you out of here. But you must do what I say, or you will never escape. Do you all agree?"
Yes, Father. Thank you.
Yes.
I agree.
Right behind you, chaplain.
Okay. I'm sorry, my little rabbit friend. Do you agree as well? I'm sorry, I do not know your name.
Yes, my name's Kazara.
Kazara. Yes. All right. Okay. Just do not make any grand gestures. Just wait here.
Rat boy, you better not fuck this up for us.
Not sure I like your heading, love, but we'll get out of here, then we'll talk about that later.
Angry elf.
So the chaplain, he stands up and says, "And so be it, so say the gods." He walks to the door and out of the cell, or to the cell door. Damien, if you wouldn't mind. And the guard opens the door. The chaplain exits the cell. As Damien goes to close the door, Father Kestis pulls a dagger from his arm sleeve and slices the guard's neck from behind.
Oh, dude!
Grasping at his neck, Damien turns and looks wide-eyed at the guard. He tries to say something, but only comes out and gurgles. Blood spraying all over Father Kestis. Damien continues to grasp at his neck, and then you see the life just drain out of his eyes, and he falls lifeless to the floor. The chaplain takes the large ring of keys from Damien and re-enters the cell, a blood-soaked grin on his face. Now that that's taken care of, as you're watching Father Kestis, two holes form on the side of his head, and from them emerge long horns.
Whoa!
He puts his right hand to his neck, and now having elongated nails, starts digging into his skin, and he begins ripping his skin right off his flesh. Screaming in pain, yet somehow pleasurable as well, he rips his face right off, revealing his true deep red devilish form. He squats down a little bit, and bones start emerging from his shoulder blades, and out of them come large wings. He stands up
whoa.
over 6 feet tall, scaly and muscular. Since you have agreed to do everything I say, I will help you escape this place.
Ah, shit.
He tosses the ring of keys to Nero, and he walks over to Ursh, leans over, and using those long fingernails, well, he rips open his shirt, so his part of his chest is exposed, and using his fingernail, he carves a large symbol into Ursh's chest. Not without, some amount of pain. It was with pain.
Ow.
And he smiles after making this, and he stands up. Join me soon, and we will discuss the particulars of this arrangement. I look forward to doing business with all of you in the future. Otherwise, well, you can spend the rest of eternity with me in my home. But enough about that. All of your weapons and belongings are in the room down the hallway, the last room on the right. Have fun, my new friends, and try not to die. His wings fold up around him, and as reddish black smoke starts to coalesce around him, he vanishes.
Does anyone have any idea of what really just happened there?
Yes,
What?
I've got the keys.
And I got this cool symbol on my chest.
And I have no clue what's going on.
So I unshackle myself and
Cool.
release myself,
All right.
and I go check Damien for anything else that he may have. I take the food, I take his fruit,
Take his
if he has
mace.
any left, and I go through his entire body to find out what else he may have of use on him.
He has the mace that he was holding, and he also has a dagger as well.
Okay. I take that.
And about 10 gold pieces on him.
Oh, sweet. I take every last one of those. Hey, I look back at the rest of everybody else. I found 5 gold pieces. We're rich. So I pocket those. I look down the hall if there's been any sort of alarm raised by what's just happened.
So there's not currently any alarms going. You do see bells on the wall at regular intervals around the prison. None of them has currently been rung.
Okay.
But as you guys have been here for a little bit, you recognize that there are guards walking around the prison at regular intervals as well.
Correct.
Nero,
So-
come unlock all of us.
I'll be there. Don't worry. I come back in. I stand right in front of Kalisha. I look at her, and I hand the keys to Kira and let her unshackle herself. I drop them there, and then I I go over to Ursh to see if there's anything I can do to help, since he was the first one to reach out to the rest of us that I trust somewhat at this point. And maybe I take some of the rags that are off, maybe from Damien, and try and bandage him up to start. If he's bleeding, I don't know sure if it's cauterized or not, but just try and render assistance as much as I can.
Yeah, that's a good question. Am I bleeding at all? Did it heed this
There's
crazy
just
symbol?
there's just a little bit of blood coming from it, but it because of who he is, it kind of cauterized at the same time that he was making the symbol.
Okay. All right. Come
Today
on.
was
Let's get the
indeed
keys
the day.
going. Let's get going.
All right. As you guys are unlocking each other, actually, Nero, you want to go ahead and run a sleight of hand check for me, so we know how long this is going to take.
Sure. You want to do a dexterity saving throw?
Yep.
All right. I've got a +5 on that. So let me roll.
Okay, so right now, just so everybody knows, you're going to be at disadvantage because there's drugs in your system and they're still wearing off. They've almost worn off. But so for those of you who have not played D&D, for those of you viewing and for our players, when you are at disadvantage, that means that you roll 2 d20s and you take the lower of the 2 rolls.
Okay.
If you happen to find yourself on the flip side and you're at advantage for whatever reason, you'll roll two d20s and take the higher of the number. But right now, as you guys are still a little bit drugged up, you're going to be rolling at disadvantage.
Okay, so first roll was 11.
Okay.
Second roll, 17. Wow.
All right. So it's going to just take you just a minute or two to get the rest of your comrades unlocked. And as you're doing that, some of the guys from across the way in those cells over there, they kind of heard the commotion and they're peering out of their cells. Hey, let us out of here.
I immediately say, shh, take your voices down, lads. We don't want to call the rest of the party. Relax, we'll take care of you as well.
That's easy for you to say. You're the one that's out of your shackles.
And we're also holding the keys, you smitey batches. Quiet your voices. I try and convince them to calm down, and I would like to use my my charismatic abilities to persuade them to realize that, hey, it's just a matter of moments. We'll take care of you.
Okay, so run a persuasion check for me.
All right, I've got. All right, let me roll a 20. Boom, 17.
All right. Well, we'll just hurry up about it, man. We want to get out of here too.
Right. So where are we at this point? Have we all been
all right. So
released?
So you were over at his cell. You walk back into your cell. Everybody else is finishing getting unlocked. As you are, everybody's trying to sort of dust themselves off and get to their feet. You guys being somewhat weakened. Nero, you who are out of the cell, you're basically at the door. You turn to your right, and then turning the corner is one of the guards, and he's holding a spear. He says, "What's going on down there? Get back in your cell."
Okay, I jump back in the cell, and I tell everybody we're about to have company. I said, "You, Kelisha, who doesn't want to release me, are you able to use your little powers to take care of what's about to walk in this door?"
Yeah, if you get out of the way, I can shock him pretty good. He'll fall right.
I'm already out of the way. I'm half your size, so make it happen.
Half my size. I'm
I
a
didn't know
tiny
Pat was
little
playing.
thing.
Well, I'm a halfling.
He's a tiny little halfling.
You'd think we'd be more friendly, but I guess not.
You hear the footsteps coming towards the door, and as you're talking, you hear the footsteps. You turn around, and he's at the cell door. He sees Damien, the guard, just completely in a pool of blood, and he looks down and he looks back up at you guys, and he's got this WTF look on his face. And now
I lunged him with my dagger.
Roll initiative. So you guys are going to roll initiative, and you're going to fight the guard. And I need everybody to roll a d20. At the top of your character sheets, you will see the word initiative. It's in a square by itself, and it'll have a plus by it, or may have nothing by it, 0. So
I just rolled a 7.
Roll a d20, and then we'll go from there. And after everybody's rolled, I'll get your numbers.
We're all rolling?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kazara, what did you get?
21.
21. All right, Kelisha.
Let's see, 12 and 2. I got a 14.
14. All right, Nero.
10.
Kira.
I'm seeing a 13.
Okay. On your character sheet, do you see the word initiative on there at the top of the character sheet?
Check your messages.
Oh, okay. And do you still have the character sheet that I made for you earlier? Maybe.
On one screen, I'd have to exit.
Okay.
To get that.
So I will send that to you.
It's okay.
All right. So we're going to go with a 13 for Kira, and I'll get you that. Ivana.
Do I roll once or twice? I
Just
wasn't
once.
paying attention. 3. Is that correct? Did I do that right?
Yeah, well, it's terribly out of focus, but I assume so.
I'm sorry.
And Ursh.
I got a 14.
All right, and I'll roll for the guard. So, Kira, do you need me to resend you that link for your character?
She's only working with one device. So
Earth is wise. Listen to Earth.
Okay, so I'll pull up your.
Maybe I can use my healing powers for Ursh. I'm not sure right now.
All right, so Kira, I'll pull up your character sheet, and I will help you through what abilities you have. So you have, for your initiative, you have a +3 for your initiative. So you rolled a 13, so you will actually have a 16.
If I shall make it through this week, I shall have a printed sheet next week.
That's funny because I tried to print out a sheet and the printer won't hook up to my computer. So
the stars are not aligning and I don't understand, but here we are in this dungeon. Can't even see the stars or the moon.
Don't worry, Elf.
Maybe a star. I'm not sure. Maybe even the sun. I'm no longer sure.
Don't
right.
worry, Elf. We'll get through this. I'm still curious about Devil Dude over here.
None of your business.
Little Lord. Fine.
So, Kazar, you are up first. What do you want to do?
All right. How close am I to the guard?
He's about maybe 5 or 6 feet away from all of you.
Okay.
And he's sort of standing in the door.
And you had mentioned earlier that we had tried to cast some spells and it seemed to not work.
Correct.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to run towards the guard and try an unarmed strike against him. Going to try and punch him right in the gut.
All right, go ahead and roll for it.
All right. That's a 22 to hit.
All right, that is definitely a hit, and roll for damage.
That's going to be 3 damage, bludgeoning.
All right.
And what did you roll for that? Was it 1d6 or 4?
It's my 1 plus my strength modifier.
Oh, I gotcha. Because you're just using your brute strength. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So the guard happens to be next, and Kazari, since you just attacked him, he's going to return the favor. And he's going to swing at you with his spear. And you guys are off to a great start because he rolled the first natty 1 of the campaign.
Yes!
So for those, for rolling dice, I know Madam Ivana, we were sort of talking about this earlier. What the hell does a natural 20 or a natural 1 mean when you're rolling dice? So a natural 20 is the best you can get. And if you roll a natty 20, typically, if you're trying to do a spell or you're trying to do an ability, something very good happens. If you are attacking and you roll a natural 20, you'll do basically the max amount of damage that you can do with that. And the opposite is true if you roll a natural 1. If you roll a natural 1, something very bad typically happens for that. Some unfortunate thing happens. So the guard being completely nervous about what's going on right now. It's not normal that somebody breaks out of Shadowlight Prison. His hands are completely sweaty. So he goes to swing at Kazara, and as he does, the spear slips out of his hands, and he's currently disarmed right now. And the spear that he was holding is about 2 feet away from him, just lying on the floor. And that does it for the unfortunate guard. And so, Kira, you are up next. Since you don't have any weapons on you, normally you'd have a longbow or a longsword. You could use one of those. But again, spell's not really working in the cell. You can try to perform an unarmed strike, just like Kazara did. or you can do whatever you want to. If you want to realize this is not something you need to get involved in right this second, you can hang back. You can do whatever you want. What would you like to do, Kara?
What spell? I can do the unarmed spell, correct?
You can do an unarmed strike, which basically means you run up to the guard and you start throwing hands. You either punch or kick them, whatever feels natural for you. You want to do that?
Let's go for it. Let's go.
All right.
Nice.
So go ahead and run.
Do it.
Roll a
Oh,
D20.
Alfie.
What dice?
The
D20.
D20, the 20-sided die.
I even go. 3.
All right. So you swing them, but you're still somewhat groggy from the drugs. So you swing at them, but you miss. You have plenty of movement. So just so you guys know how much movement you have, you see a number up near the top. Where is your speed? If you look for your speed, it'll tell you how many feet you can move per turn. So you would have only moved 5 feet or so to get up to them. Did you want to run back to where you were so you're not that close to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Great. So there you go. Ursh, you're up next.
I'm gonna make a lunge for the spear.
Okay.
On the ground.
All right. So I'll let you that. So picking up the spear, that would actually be your action for the turn. But you do make it to the spear, and now you are armed with a spear.
Nice.
I'm not going to, since you're not proficient with that weapon, I'm not going to give you any plus modifier to that right now. So you'll just be rolling to hit.
Okay.
Did you want to stay there, or did you want to get up closer to the guard?
I'd like to get up closer to the guard.
All right, so you're right there as with him. So right now we have Ursh is right there next to him, and Kazara is there, and I believe Nero is in the area as well of the guard. So you guys are all pretty close to him. And Kalisha, you are up next.
I would like to advance to the guard and try my shocking grasp.
Okay.
Well, it's about bloody time.
How does your shocking grasp work?
I have to roll the 8, the 8-sided die. I have my hit points are 5, plus 5.
Okay, shocking grasp, and that's so. Shocking grasp is a cantrip. So yes. With a cantrip, you can try to do that, but based off your experience with magic in the cell, it may or may not work.
Yes, and I'm only a beginner druid, but I like to try things.
So
great, a novice at the wheel.
All right, so go ahead and roll for the shocking grasp.
And I got a 4.
All right, so
all right,
you kiss him on the lips next time.
You get a little from your fingertips, and
at least I tried. You're out here looking for rats.
So you,
I got the keys, lass.
You got really dramatic to do this thing, and then your fingers just kind of fizzle out, and now everybody looks at you like, "What the hell?" And you want to just stand your ground there, or you want to just kind of take a couple steps back?
I'm fucking confused.
You ran up to him and gave him a carpet shock. You might as well run back and get away.
If he was a cat, you'd be perturbed.
Ow! Ow!
So there's a question in the chat from one of our Red5 gaming friends, 97 Bravo. What the fuck is happening?
I have the same question.
My ear
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 newly freed prisoners trying to attack one guard.
And, we can't make it happen.
With minimal success, but some success.
Kalisha was over there with a rag rubbing him up. her tunic as fast as she could so she could zap the guy.
So that's currently what's happening. All right.
I have horns. Can't I just ram the guy and puncture him?
Ooh.
Son of a bitch.
All right. So that does it for Kelisha. And who's on next? Nero.
Is it my turn?
Who? Okay.
Oh
You rolled a
yeah,
three. You rolled a
devil
three.
chick or devil dude didn't
I'm
do
just
anything.
standing in
yet.
a corner.
So I will stab him with my dagger. I'm assuming I'm close enough because we were, that proximity. So I'll take the dagger that I have in my hand and try and stab him.
All right, go for it.
Play knifey spoony.
All
9.
right, well, you try, but unsuccessfully.
Even with my dexterity adjustment of 3?
Yep. Well, was it a 9? Did you roll a 9 or was it a 9?
I rolled a 9. No, I rolled a 9 plus 3.
Okay.
All right, so
He said dexterity, but the way you said it, it sounded like you said it with my dick.
No,
I was like, what?
That's still a miss.
Dang it.
Yeah, you didn't do much better, halfling.
Yeah.
Step to the
At least-
back.
At least I didn't try and kiss him.
There's only half of them. Give him a break.
They, yeah.
Well, you're trying to stab him with a freaking toothpick. What did you expect?
To me, it's a long sword. What do you want me to say?
Nero, you staying near him, or you want to run off anywhere? You want to?
No, I'm staying right there because I want to. I want a second jab at him.
So Ivana, currently posing as Lord Lucian, would you like to try something now, or are you just happy with letting these guys fail miserably?
Can I just change into a guard and run like hell?
You can change into
Okay,
people.
so as an action,
Fuck
so,
all
if you
y'all.
look at so for your character sheet, as an action, you can change form.
Okay.
So it has to be somebody you've seen before, and you can attempt to escape if you want to.
Okay.
So you want what form would you like to take?
I guess the first guard? Is there only one guard?
You want to take Damien's form?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Damien's form.
So there you are, and while everybody else is failing miserably, attacking the guard, you're just like whatever, and your form changes to that of Lucian. No one's noticed you because they're all looking towards the guard. And what do you want to do from there? He's in the door, so if you try to make your way out, you'd have to try to muscle your way past the guard if you want to do that. If you want to try to run away,
I'm just gonna say, "What's up?" Walk by.
All right, so
he thinks I'm a guard, so I can't just walk up out of there like a boss.
no, because he knows they're what. So he's
Damn
looking
it.
down at the dead form of you.
Oh, okay.
So he knows live form of you is probably not the real one. But as you say, "What's up?" All your party members turn around like, "What?
What just happened?"
So the one that was just a tiefling a second ago now looks like the dead guy on the floor. And you want to just stay put for the time being, let them do your dirty work, or you want to try to muscle your way past them?
I'll try and muscle my way past him.
All right, so go ahead and run a strength check.
A strength check.
Yep.
Okay,
So
what
you'll
do I
see
do?
strength is basically the top one is your modifier. I don't think you probably have much of one. And roll your d20.
Wait a minute. So where do I go? Hold on. Give me 1 second. What?
Okay, so roll your d20.
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking. Like, how do I just hit that button and that's it? Or
So if
do I-
you go, yeah, you can. It should roll it for you.
Okay. You said a D20?
Yep.
Okay. Yo, what's with these punk ass numbers?
Yeah, we're getting crap rolls.
4?
Yikes.
All right, so you run full force to the guard, and you just bounce right off of him.
Ain't that a bitch?
And you are knocked back. You barely keep your balance, but you have joined the group that looks like a bunch of idiots right now,
That
trying
is
to
some
take out
shit, man.
Carpet
this
shocks and bouncing off the enemy. What in the hell am I in?
But at least you got a cool new form to you, though. Which brings us back to the top of the lineup with
I
Kazara.
don't get a mulligan? No?
Can anyone actually hit this guy but me?
You guys, the rabbit's doing all the work here.
Get it together, man.
Rabbits are deadly. I don't know if you know that.
Then
They are.
then I'm gonna go for another unarmed strike on him. I'm gonna try and kick him.
Go for
Are we
it.
completely going to overlook the fact that that devil guy just turned into the freaking guard?
We can worry
We're
about
not.
it later.
Nah, no, we'll discuss it
I
later.
rolled a 15 to hit.
We've got a talking rabbit. Let's deal with this
Yeah,
later.
that's more
All
interesting.
right, the rabbit's currently doing all the work. Roll for damage.
All right. Oh, there is no roll. It's just 3 unarmed strike damage again.
Oh, three on shot. Okay. All right. So, I mean, the rabbit's doing something for the group. He's hurting. He's definitely got some bruises on his face. He's bleeding a little bit. Looks like he might have a broken nose. And he's currently unarmed. So he looks at you guys and he's, I'm sorry. I don't want to die. Please, this is just my job. I have nothing else. I have a wife and I have children at home. Please, what do you want? I swear. Please, just let me live.
Should we chain him up?
Yeah, let's chain him up.
Brilliant.
We can't take any chances.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll just tell him that you overpowered me and there was nothing I could do. Please, just let me live.
Move towards the back of the cell.
Someone shove, I shove some clothing in his mouth and then wrap around his mouth so he can't say anything more.
Okay, so. And your Nero takes him to the other side of the cell, locks him in one of those cuffs that you guys were just in, and he just leans up against the wall, completely defeated, and he holds his head down in shame.
Hey, Nero. All right, halfling. Can I see that dagger you have?
Do you mean his toothpick?
I'm the only one that seems to be able to hit anyone here, so I think I should have it.
Until we can find out more, I think I'd rather keep it. Thank you very much. Where are the keys? Where are the keys? Who has the keys?
Elf had the keys.
Well, she was the first one. I gave them to her because I didn't want to give them to you because you're not nice to me.
Thanks a lot. We see where that got us.
Well, you take me down. I have to, do that. The keys. Who has the keys? Who has the ring of keys? I asked the entire group.
I have a brush.
I think Kira has the keys still.
I think Kira's still.
I say, Kira, get to the room, the last room on the right, and open the door.
All right, I need everybody to run a stealth check.
Crap.
All right, so on your list of abilities, stealth is they're in alphabetical order. Stealth is pretty far down the line. So roll that, and Kira, your stealth modifier
Why am I not
is
seeing these things?
it's basically on the left side. You see it starts with acrobatics and a long list ends with survival. Down near the bottom, it's a dexterity throw. So Kira, you have a +3 for stealth.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
So roll a d20 and then add 3 to that, and that will give you your stealth.
So 13. So would
Okay,
be
so you got-
Nice.
Natural 1.
Nice. Okay. So Kazara, having done all the work for the team, he starts to, since he doesn't get the dagger, starts to make his way out there, completely trips on one of the bars and makes a loud noise. Around the corner, from the hall that you guys are supposed to go down, another guard peers his head around and is like, gives you that same look of, oh God. And there's a bell that's right by him, and he starts ringing the bell.
I'm going to lay in the pool of blood.
What's that?
Good.
He's gonna
I'm
play
going to
dead.
lay in the pool of blood.
All right. It was his only defense. Kazara played dead. It was his only defense.
Rabbit fur is very absorbent, apparently.
So he rang the bell. He rang the bell, and he turned. You didn't see where he went back down the hallway. You didn't see where he went. And those guys across the way were like, "Hey, you better let us out now."
Okay, so Kira, who has the? So she has the keys, right?
Kira has the keys.
I got
The other elf.
Did she make her dexterity throw or whatever, her stealth?
So she got a 16, so she had a pretty good roll. So she's stealthy.
Okay,
May have been ruined by the efforts or non-efforts of Kazara.
I had a good stealth.
I think we start letting out some of these
yes,
prisoners.
we need cannon
distraction.
fodder.
Let them go.
We need some bodies in front of us.
How
Kira,
far
can
away
you
is
unlock?
this, how far away is this room with our equipment?
Yeah,
2 turns.
All right, so you haven't gotten down to that hallway yet. You want to send somebody to the corner to take a look? I would send Kira. Kira has pretty good. So
I agree with Irsk. We got to send Kira to the other cell and unlock the other prisoners. We are about to get a world of hurt.
There's 6. You see about 6 cells on the other side, right across the hallway from you guys. You want to let them all out, or?
I say we let him out and give him the spear. I mean, we need help at this point.
First man out of the cell gets the spear. Let him go.
Nice. I like your thinking.
All right, Kira. So you're gonna make a sleight of hand check, and for sleight of hand, you have a +3 modifier for that.
Nice.
Okay. Run a sleight of hand check, and then that'll determine how long it takes you to unlock these other cells. So roll a d20 for me and tell me what you got.
Ooh. 20.
All right. All right.
That's 20. Nice.
All right.
Non-angry elf.
Kira runs across the hall, and I don't know how she knows these keys, but she, out of the 10, she's like, "Yep, got it." Yep,
and she's graceful. She's like slow motion, picks up the spear, and a beautiful image crossing the. Oh wow, nice.
Peace. Click.
Right, so
Fandoms. Click.
she begins to let all the prisoners out. Does one of you want to go and check the hallway to see where this other room is?
I'll go.
All right,
I'll
Ursh.
come down the hallway.
All right, so Ursh goes to it's about 10 feet from the cell, the hallway. You peer around the corner, down that hallway. It's about maybe 25, 30 feet total down that hallway. And you see 3 doors. There's one at the very end of the hallway. There's one on the end at the left, and there's another door on the right side at the end of the hallway. As you're doing that, some of those former inmates that Kira just let out start running by you. The bells have all been rung, and now some other guards are starting to come that way as well. They're intercepted by some of these inmates, and now you see people fighting as you guys begin to make your way towards the armory.
Are they ahead of the door or behind the door that we need to get into?
The door is at the very end of the hallway. So there's some that are down that hallway. They're in between you and the door, and there's some that went the other way, across that way, not down that hall. There's some people fighting that way as well, but there's nothing for you down that way. Where you need to get to, there's about 3 guards fighting with multiple inmates. They all seem to be overpowered right now by the inmates.
How high are the ceilings in this hallway?
Maybe about 8 to 10 feet.
Okay, interesting.
Curiosity. Are those bells heavy, and are they able to come away from the wall to be thrown at the guards?
Hell yeah.
I like your enthusiasm. I like you trying to get weapons of opportunity. However, those
The answer
bells
is no.
are firmly mounted.
Okay.
Denied.
All right. So, about
Who
how
has
many
the
feet?
Who has the mace, by the way?
Yeah, who does has a mace?
Did
No
anyone
one.
else
I didn't
actually
pick it up. I just took the dagger for myself. I didn't care about the mace. It's too big for me.
I recommend maybe somebody take the mace.
I'm going to grab the mace.
All right, so Ursh has the mace.
Hey, Brad. For this melee that's going on, how long is it? Like how many feet are they fighting in?
So you have enough room to. I guess the short answer is you have enough room that you could probably weasel your way by these fights.
Okay.
The hallway is probably about 6 to 8 feet wide, and the fights are going on in various parts. You know, people are getting slammed up against the walls. You probably, if you wanted to, could make your way down the hall to the armory.
Okay. I'm going to use a special ability for my race called the Rabbit Hop. It allows me to jump 10 feet without invoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So you said it was about 25 to 30 feet, right, to that door?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right. So Kazara, having done all the work on the first guard, starts hippity hopping down the trail to the armory. 3 hops later, he makes it to the door. The door is locked, of course. It's a wooden door. Of course, it's locked.
Okay, so Kira's got the keys. She just let them out there. Basically, we're all at the exit of our cell, 30 feet away from that door.
So out of your cell, if you take a left out of your cell, there's about 10 feet there to where the corner is. And then you take a right, and then it's about 25 to 30 feet down that way towards the armory.
So if I've got a 25 foot walking speed, if I run that, can I get, if Kira tosses me the keys, run up there and get to that door as Kazara is,
I'm also at the corner as well.
Yeah. So well, how do you ask that in the party? You
want to try to relay the keys
yes.
to Kazara? Right.
Yes.
Go ahead and run a survival check.
Okay. I don't have a full sheet printed out. Let me take a look here.
I can take a look at yours as well.
Thank you.
Oof.
So you have a +3 to survival.
So roll d20.
Yep.
Bloody 5.
All right. So it's a 8 total?
Yes.
All right. So you're running down the hallway. You do get pushed around during these fights. Some guards shove you. You do get knocked up against the wall. But you do clumsily make your way down to where Kazar is, and you hand him the keys to the
nice.
Hopefully to the armory.
I'm going to try and unlock this door.
All right. So you go through a few keys. Luckily, about 5th key in, you hear a click, and the door opens normally. As you open the door, doesn't seem to be anybody in there. And on the far side of the armory, you see some supplies. There's a first aid kit there. There's some of the guards' weapons are there. And you see multiple lockers that say prisoner items. And that's locked up as well. But theoretically, your weapons and stuff are probably in that locker.
Cool.
All right. Anyone have any problems with me going over there and unlocking all the lockers?
Well, you're in control of that one.
You got the keys now.
Nero, are you going to go in there with him?
You have the power.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I say we just take care of ourselves in the sense that our weapons are going to be our best suited weapons, and we can do the best damage for us. So
okay,
let's open the lockers to ourselves. We'll help the rest of the party by getting through these rabble of gods before they get to them.
The rest of you guys want to start making your way down towards them? What are you guys doing?
I do. First, I would like to turn to Lucian, knowing that obviously Lucian is another name for someone. I think you should start acting guardly from this point on.
Nice.
With your powers. And then, yes, I would like to make my way down to the armory. I should be able to make it one shot to get to my locker.
All right, so Ivana / Lucian / Damien now. Do you want to start beating up some of the inmates that just got out?
Sure.
All right. So you take one of the weapons that's been put on. You find a dagger. You happen to use a dagger yourself, and you start acting like the guard, like Ursh said. And you have no love for these inmates that are in there either, and you start stabbing them as well. The rest of you start making your way down to the armory. As Kazara, you and Nero are looking through these lockers, you hear a door open behind you. It's either the door on the left or the door that was at the end of the hallway. And as you turn around to see what that was, you see somebody else walk into the room, and he is much more armored than the other guards were. Pretty ornate armor that he's wearing. You've seen him maybe once or twice. You recognize him as the warden of this level of the prison, and he's currently wielding a greatsword, which he immediately unsheathes and starts coming at you.
So do we have our gear at this point?
Kazara, you are still working on it.
Okay.
Do I have mine?
I'm still here.
And Nero and Kazara, I'm going to need you to roll for initiative.
Oh, 19.
9. Jesus. Where are my real dice? Damn it.
You guys are rolling the 20, right?
Yeah, twice.
Kiss the dice beforehand.
Yeah, I'm not kissing my phone. Thank you very much.
All right, so Nero, he runs up to you, Nero, and he immediately starts swinging his greatsword. And does a 26 hit.
Wow.
Ouch.
All right.
Ouch.
So he immediately starts slashing at Nero, and he does 6 damage to you.
Yikes.
And then he, slashing down this way, he immediately slashes down that way as well.
Slash.
He gets 2? Is he proficient? Obviously, he gets a second.
And that is even higher than the first one.
That's not a good thing.
This is just terrible.
And he does another 6 points of damage.
Help! Help! Somebody save me!
Run away!
No, run away!
All right,
so that's a total of what? Oh my gosh, that's like horrible.
12. Oh God.
Yeah. Ouch.
Ow.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not doing well at all. Just to say, there's no more talking from me right now.
All right. So, Kazara, you see your friend getting, well, not really friend, maybe new friend, getting hacked and slashed. You're still working on the locker. What do you want to do?
You mentioned that there's some other guard weapons in this room. Are they just open and easily grabbed?
They are hanging from the wall, yes.
Okay.
What
weapons are there?
You see there is a row of daggers. There's a row of short swords. There's a couple long swords, and you see a couple crossbows hanging there as well, with arrows nearby.
I'm going to grab 2 short swords off the wall.
Okay. Do you want to? Well, as you actually want to grab those, did you want to toss one to Nero? Or is Nero on? Are those just for you?
This is going to take a D20 roll.
Those are just for me.
Based on my damage, I may not have an arm.
Yeah, those are just for me. Both of those.
Okay, Nero, you're still holding a dagger?
I dropped the dagger, and I am looking for that healing kit because as we came in here, I'm pulling my battered body to anywhere that I can get help because.
All right. So, luckily for you, that healing, there is one. The first aid kit is relatively near you, and if you want to, as an action, it is pretty much within arm's reach of where you are. You can probably grab that. He just swung through, so he's reorienting himself again for another attack. If you want to try, using, you're a rogue. If you want to try to quickly use that, you can use the healing potion as your action. So if you want to use 2d4 for that.
2d4. All right.
Am I still fighting people?
Got 2 and 4. Yes.
All right. So you heal 8 points of damage altogether. It's a 2d4 plus 2 for that potion.
Nice.
So you heal 8 points of damage. If you try to get away, now do you have disengage as a rook?
Let me take a look. Honestly, I don't know where to look for that, so I don't know where to.
Yeah, I don't see disengage. So if you try to move away, he would get an opportunity attack against you. You want to just stay where you are for work right now. All right. So unfortunately, now the rest of you have now joined the party. The party has joined the party. If you guys want to all roll for initiative. So again, Kira, your modifier for initiative.
And we're rolling the D.
Yep, you're rolling the D20, and Kira add 3 to your roll.
Did you nat 20?
I don't know.
Anyone catch that?
Was that elven in nature? I don't know what that was.
I completely understood that. She was very excited, just to let you know. She did it again, is what she said. But...
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's such a good thing in this case. So so it looks like Kira's first into the room. Now, Ivana / Lucian / Damien, are you joining them, or do you want to stay out in the hallway and keep guarding it up?
Yeah, I'll join.
What do you want to do?
I'll join them.
Okay. So for the rest of you, so Kira got the highest. What else did you guys roll? Kalisha, what'd you roll?
I rolled 13.
Okay. Ivana?
What?
What did you roll?
Under what? Under what initiative you said?
Initiative, yep.
Yes.
Let's see. 11.
Okay. And Ursh?
14.
Okay.
Wait, do I add 3 to this or no?
Whatever your initiative modifier is.
Oh, okay. So then 13.
So, Kalisha, you got 13 as well?
Correct.
All right, so Ursh.
Sweet.
And then Kalisha, and I'll just have Ivana come in.
What are you laughing at?
I've been sipping this healing potion the whole entire time, but you know.
What did I miss? I had my head down.
There wasn't one drop of that healing potion that was missed.
No.
Because the rim was there and it was.
All right. Kira, you're up.
Rim job? Nice.
What would you like to try to do, Kira?
Well, I'm in that room.
You are, yep.
What are opportunities do I see before me that I may?
So you guys can make a pretty. It's not a very large room. You guys can make a pretty quick assessment as you all come in. You see the same things that Kazara and Nero saw. The inmates, the prisoner lockers are still locked up right now. You do see the weapons on one side, on one wall. First aid kit and stuff over here. You could make it to the weapons if you wanted to, or you could go towards the warden. You could try to attack him. I don't believe you're currently holding any weapons right now, so probably not a good idea.
I'm not holding a weapon. Okay.
And you normally wield a long sword, and there are a couple long swords hanging up in the room. Did you want to try to run for that and grab a longsword?
Yes, please.
All right. So you run to that wall and you hastily pick one out, and you still have a little bit of movement left. Did you want to make your way towards the warden? Or do you want to stand fast where you are?
I'm assuming I have my sword in hand, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, then let's go towards that warden. Let's try. Let's go.
Yes.
All right. So you head that way, and that is your turn. Ursh, what do you want to do?
So I've gained my swords from the armory here. I would like to make a run at him.
Okay.
Into the room.
So you were holding a mace, right, from before.
Correct.
If you want to swing with the mace, or you could use your action to go get a weapon from there.
Let me get my short sword only because I am a little more proficient in.
Okay, so yeah, you would get your proficiency with the weapon that you normally wield. So I'll let you go over there and grab the short sword off the wall. Did you also want to get up towards the warden after that?
I would. Yes.
So
into the fray.
Yep. And Kalisha, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm feeling a little bit weak as a short and tiny moon elf, so
With a lot of
I'm going to
static
utilize. Excuse me, Ursh. You know, when we get back to the forest,
I was gonna say thou art sleeping on the couch tonight.
He does not sleep in
better
my
than the
hut.
graveyard.
Are you kidding me? He's just some guy that I found in a tavern. He has his own cottage.
It kind of smell.
And he does smell. I've never told him this before, but he does smell.
You should probably work out your personal issues later. You might want to work on escaping now.
The warden.
Okay.
Dragons Council.
Focus.
So what I think
Fuck
that
us.
I want to do, I have a secret power called Wild Shape. It is an action that I can magically assume the shape of a beast that I have seen before twice per short rest. I don't have to roll for it or anything. I just become it. So I think I want to go and take on Kazara's shape because he seems that He's fast, he's powerful, and I need a little bit of extra oomph. So,
And he's the most successful character in our
So-
party so far.
I know,
He's doing all the work.
So
yeah.
what
The
form are
damn
you,
rabbit is the best of us. What
what
the hell?
form are you taking?
I am taking the form of Haragon. And I'm pale blue, of course. I know he's all black.
So you
with
have
the-
all these options. You could be a lion. You could be.
He
all
chose
these,
a rabbit with static cling. Where are we going
I've
here?
never seen a lion before.
Look, everyone wants to be the bunny.
Okay,
Run away!
you join Kazara.
I soiled my armor.
So there might be some friction here. Ursh might be
Poor
getting
Brad.
jealous now. I think Ursh is getting jealous now that you've assumed Kazara's form. Might
I
start
have
thinking that.
no connection to Ursh whatsoever.
All right,
so-
yeah, again, we're going to get back to
Well,
your personal issues with
We
Ursh.
think there's a huge connection to both of you, but that's fine.
So
So,
you assume
yeah.
bunny form, and then you hop right behind.
And I hop over and I grab my longbow.
Okay, where are you getting the longbow from?
From the locker that has
Okay,
all of our
so-
stuff in it.
So you have one action. So the beast. So switching to the wild shape, that is your action for your turn. So the best you can do is turn into the bunny and hop in that general direction.
Yes,
Okay.
he's fast. I've watched him.
Big,
Kazara
nasty, pointy
is
teeth.
very fast.
Okay, so you're over there. The two bunnies are. Well, no, I guess he's up with a warden. So you're over there by the lockers.
Bunny
And that's
getting
your turn.
weapons. Bunny with the
And
weapon.
Ivana, you're up. What do you want to do?
I want to kill something. Is there nobody to kill?
So you're a guard, right?
I'm a guard,
You're-
right? Yeah, I'm
you're
still a guard. I'm still
So
a guard.
this may be an opportunity for you to
crisscross,
like totally like it's okay. I don't know. Yeah.
So
we're
Ivana,
not
you
talking.
are.
We're
So
still trying to
you
get
are
out.
great. If you look at your stat sheet, you are great at persuasion. You're great at
Ooh.
deception.
Ooh.
You are great at intimidation. Probably don't want to try to intimidate the warden. That's probably not going to happen. But you are great at deception. You might be able to perhaps distract him.
Yes.
Okay.
To give
Yes.
your comrade some opportunity to do some
Yes.
damage
Yes,
on him.
I will do
Even if
deception
it's just
because
look at
that's my
me,
high
I'm naked
bonus.
Damien.
All right. So
Wow.
Cue the forget Sarah Marshall gift.
Wow, Damien looks like a Ken doll.
all right. So Ivana. So
He's not-
Ivana, you have a
Okay.
Ivana, you have a +8
8.
for your deception,
Yes.
which
Wow.
is ridiculous.
Whoa.
All right.
This is
So
ridiculous.
what do you, so go ahead and roll a d20,
I'll roll it, baby.
or you can also click if you're using the app. You can also click on deception where the +8 is.
Okay, that's what I've been wanting to. Okay, so that's what
Yep.
I can do. All right, cool. And that's what I'm gonna do. 24, bitch.
24. All right. So,
Yeah.
so what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say to the warden?
Come on, I want to lay ya.
Oh my god. Jesus.
He's thoroughly confused now.
Has 24 tries to get laid by the warden.
Damien's coming on to the warden?
What happens if he says sure?
Yeah, what happens if you see-
We don't care.
So we're good.
They're busy. Let's go.
As
Yeah,
long as we
let's
get
go. I'm
initiative,
totally
I don't
with
care.
I want to ask him about prisoner reform.
Let her
Oh
go.
my god. Jesus. A political discussion. Fantastic.
All right, keep in mind, there's chaos around you. There's more bells ringing. The whole prison is now on high alert. Let's choose our words wisely here.
You should have
Ivana.
never let me play.
We knew this was
No,
going
it's
to happen.
fantastic.
No.
Fantastic.
Now, what do you want to say, Ivana? This is your moment to shine.
How would I deceive the warden? I don't know. I'm not very
It's
creative.
Shinobi, not a pumpernickel.
Okay, you're
What?
a guard and you're trying to distract the warden. How do you want to get his attention?
I guess maybe I could lead him to other prisoners that have escaped. Maybe,
All right, so what kind of lie do you want to tell him?
Do that.
yeah, like there's maybe more. How do you put it? lethal type, more lethal type like prisoners that are running amok that we need to go and take care of.
Higher priority.
Yeah, higher
Like
priority
it. Love it.
prisoners.
Fantastic.
There you go.
All right.
Love it.
So
Awesome.
That works.
the warden hears you, and you know you're behind him right now. So he turns around to hear what you have to say because he has to manage this entire level of the prison, and that is just long enough for him to get distracted.
There's a troll in the dungeon.
That will actually take his turn because he's distracted by what you said. So now we get to go to the top of the lineup without the warden.
Yes.
So Kazara, you are up next.
All right. I'm going to start off by using my bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on him and see if it works.
I did something.
All right.
That's fantastic.
Does it work?
Awesome. So for everybody, to tell them what Hunter's Mark is and how it works.
Okay, so Hunter's Mark is a first level divination spell. It's held by concentration for up to 1 hour, and I can use it as a bonus action within my combat stage. Basically, I choose one creature that I can see within a range of 90 feet, and I mark it as my quarry until the spell ends. So for 1 hour, every time I hit him, I do an extra 1d6 damage to the target with a weapon attack.
Nice. And that allows others as well, does it not?
No, it's only me.
Is it just you? Okay.
It says specifically that only me.
Okay.
Thankfully, you're the best player so far.
So you go to use Hunter's Mark, and you definitely get the response that you desire from the
Perfect.
Hunter's Mark.
And then I'm going to swing my short sword at him.
Okay.
Don't you have two?
Yes, but I can only swing one.
Oh, not double-headed. Okay.
That is an 8 to hit. Wait, do we get flanking bonus?
All right, so for everybody, everybody's awareness, right now, you guys are pretty much surrounding this guy. Not only have you surrounded him, but he was also distracted by Ivana. But normally, when you guys are on either side of an opponent, that's called flanking. Some DMs allow it, some don't. In this case, it's obvious that you guys would have the advantage on this warden. So since you guys are flanking him, you'll be rolling for your attack at advantage. So yes, you do get advantage on this attack.
All right,
Nice.
cool. Awesome. Well, 8 is still the higher one.
All right, so with your Hunter's Mark, you do absolutely nothing. That's all right. He's tired from his shoulders are kind of weak from carrying the party so far, so it's understandable.
Stay still, Warden.
And did you want to move anywhere? You want to stay where you are?
I just want to stay where I'm at, next to the warden.
So Nero, you're up.
So I took the potion in my last attack. What did I manage to get any of my weapons out of the locker before I was so heinously attacked and quite honestly, quite wrongly attacked?
No.
Is he near me? He's near me, right? We're in the same area. You can take the mace.
Do I still have my dagger?
You still have the dagger.
Oh.
Your toothpick.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait, what?
I don't have a proficiency in either weapon. I'm just gonna lunge at him and with the dagger because I don't want to have to risk taking the mace, getting it, and then going for it. I'm just gonna lunge him with the dagger.
You're a halfling. Go for the legs.
I'm gonna go for the ankles, love.
Yeah, always.
All right, D20. Boom, 17.
All right. And that is a hit. And go ahead and roll for damage.
That's a D6 or D4?
That'd be a D4 with a dagger.
What the fuck, Josh?
2.
Well, you nicked him. And
you nicked him.
He's wearing it. He's wearing armor. It's not that bad, love. I mean, come on, find a gap for yourself. Do I have any adjustments? Let's see. No strength. For sure, no strength. No, yeah, that's it.
All right. Kira.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you have your longsword, and you have run up to him. And let's see what we can do here. All right.
I just go for the head.
All right. So with your long sword, you have a +4 to hit. So if you want to swing with that, go ahead and swing. Now they have pretty nice weapons here. So that long sword is a +1 long sword. So you actually get +5 to hit. So roll your d20.
No whammies, no whammies.
11.
No.
Nice.
All right.
Double digits.
So 16 to hit, and it's a very nice sword. It was a very nice swing, and it went right over his head. And you did take a couple hairs off his head, but no damage.
Sweet.
So,
Do not let go of that sword. +1 sword. Don't let go of that.
Not going to let go.
all right, Ursh, you're up.
I seeing that Kazara's Hunter's Mark worked. I too will also cast that Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then
successful.
What's that?
It is successful.
Okay. And then I will make a shot with my short sword here that I've gained. So how does that work?
All right. So you have your short sword. You are proficient with it. So that is a +5 to hit for you.
+5. Okay. And then we'll roll that. I got a 10.
All right. So you swing and miss as well.
Gee, damn, man.
Is that with advantage since we're flanking?
Brick.
Oh yeah. So you are still at advantage. So if you want to roll again, actually,
Okay.
let's no, thanks, Nero. I don't think you rolled at advantage, did you?
No, I did not.
No.
All right. So Nero, why don't you roll again just for advantage?
And so with Kira.
Advantage of 1.
All right. So we'll pretend like that didn't happen. Kira, Kira, you also get to roll again.
I get to roll a what?
You get to roll again. You get to roll your d20 again because you're at advantage. So roll again and see what you get.
All right. 6.
I can't help you guys. Okay, so we'll pretend like none of this ever happened. So for those of you viewing at home, I didn't mess any of this up. They just missed. And now
They suck.
Yeah.
We're back to Ursh and his second swing. You want to try
His
again?
second swing is 6.
Oh. All right.
Hashtag rigged.
So let's recap. Let's
Rigged on
recap.
your own dice.
So Damien, the guard, said, "Hey, we got to go." And as far as the warden knows, nothing else happened.
Hey, hey.
He felt the bee sting.
Bee sting. Thank you very much.
He did feel a bee sting, but besides that, has no idea that these guys were even attacking. So
I've got a
give you a
question.
free round, and you do nothing with it. I don't know what to say.
Is the
I got a
bee
question.
possibly poisonous?
No.
Oh,
I've got a
He
question.
might get tetanus.
tetanus in
Oh,
about
no.
5 to 7 days.
Yes.
No anaphylactic? No. Okay.
Nero has a question.
Go ahead, Nero.
I've got a question. So we've seen 2 Hunter's Marks spells cast. Is there a sort of visual manifestation that these 2 characters have applied to the warden that we see?
No, it's only to ourselves, I believe.
Okay. All right.
I just found a scimitar, which is my jam. So is it okay if I
Where
cast
did you
my
find the
lock?
scimitar from?
It's my jam.
Still looking through the locker that
There's
Kazara
no
was
scimitar there. It's
I found it in one of the lockers.
Okay,
Girl,
so
what you been
Kaylee,
drinking?
she's dreaming of weapons, and in her mind she's like, "Man, scimitar would be great right now."
Cast the bath spell and throw a toaster at him.
By the way, where am I and what am I doing? Am I still talking to the
It's
warden?
Kaylisha's turn right now. What do you actually want to do?
I want to grab the scimitar that I just found in the
Okay,
one
so
locker.
we already talked about this. The locker is still locked.
The locker isn't unlocked yet.
Now, if you want to, as an action, try to go open them, you can do that.
Okay, I'll try to open the locker that the scimitar
So,
was in.
all right. So, as an action, I'll let you grab. He's not going to get any opportunity attacks because he's completely surrounded by you guys. You can go over to the locker, grabbing the keys from Kazara. He was already working on it. And go ahead and run a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand check.
Yep.
What page is that on?
It's on the very first. So on the long list, so it's nearly all the way down. It's a dexterity check. So roll a d20 and add 2 to it.
I got a 9. Add 2, 11.
Okay, so it's going to take you a couple minutes. So you're working on it. And that does it for your turn because you really want that scimitar.
I really want that scimitar.
And Ivana, you're up.
Where am I? Am I still talking to the guard, or did I go?
Yeah, you're still about 6 to 8 feet away from him. Still just inside the door to the armory.
Okay.
So you got him the first time around. You completely distracted him, and we completely miffed on everything.
Screwed that one. Damn it.
So he's currently still running out the door, right? For this perceived deeper threat outside of this this storeroom.
Yeah, you guys having missed everything, he's more engaged with the conversation with Damien, the guard, than he is worried about you guys, which is odd since there's 5 of you surrounding him. So Ivana, you still have his attention.
Can I just kill him?
You currently have a dagger, and he is well armored. Attacking is not your strong suit as a bard.
Okay, so then what can
Let's see what else you might be able to do. Let's take a look at your character sheet.
What would be best to look under my skills or actions?
So actions, you have, your
No.
So
let me look at my skills. My skills.
If there's anything you could do to give us a free round again, that would be fantastic.
So you have a couple of different things. You can you have as a bonus action, you can do Mantle of Inspiration, and you can spend 1 Bardic Inspiration to gain 5 temporary HP to up to 4 creatures you can see within 60 feet. So you can buff some of your friends there, or you can just use your Bardic Inspiration. And if you do that, you can use a bonus action. A creature other than yourself within 60 feet that can hear you gains inspiration. They gain 1d6 for 10 minutes, which is a long time in D&D. The creature can add it to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. So, you want to try to give somebody inspiration?
I'll do that.
All right. Who do you want to inspire?
Been more confused in my life.
Yep.
Who do I want to inspire?
Who do you want to inspire?
Inspire would be meaning imbuing that character with bonus abilities to give them a better attack roll. Red, is that sort of the idea?
All right. So all right, would it be wise then to give it to Ursh?
Ursh would be a good pick. Kazara maybe, but I would think Ursh would probably be your best pick.
Not me, mate.
Not me, love.
I'll go with Ursh.
All right, Damien, formerly Lucian, formerly Ivana. How do you want to inspire Ursh?
I fell off again. It's too sweaty in this damn prison.
I want to sing.
No.
Stop that.
Are you going to inspire your huge tracts of land?
Huge tracts of land.
Sorry.
You got to inspire him. How are you going to inspire Ursh?
What can I inspire him to do? Break dance. No. Sorry.
So what is that? What ability does it give to him if he's inspired?
So
Yeah,
with that, the D6 can be added to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw.
An attack roll.
Attack roll. There you
So,
go. There you
with,
go.
With y'all's attack rolls,
we need the help.
Yeah.
Ivana, you can't just say I want to inspire him. You got to show the team how you're inspiring them. So, what are you going to say or do to Ursh to inspire him to do better?
Do it. This is your acting role. Do it.
Come on.
Get that son of a bitch.
All right.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, there you go.
And I will.
All right. He gets immediately excited. Ooh, someone's paying attention to me. Where Felicia's just busting his balls. Now he's got
I'm going to give him the holy hand grenade of Antioch.
All right. So now, Ursh, you do have that extra D6 that you can use when you need to. So now it's the champion or the warden, if you will, and he's going to swing at Ursh.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a 16 to hit.
Okay. Jeez.
And
is that a natural 16 or is that adjusted as 16?
That's a none of your business 16.
Damn it.
And he is going to do 6 points of damage to you.
Oof.
And he's also going to swing at Nero.
Dude, really?
Well, we found out who's dying this one.
That's not fair. I love it.
16 again for Nero.
Of course.
And I hope you enjoyed that potion. 9 points of damage. Slashing damage to you.
So he did. Wow.
Yep. And Kazara, you're up.
All right. I'm going to start off by swinging my first short sword at him.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 15 to hit.
And that's going to be a miss.
All right. I'm going to use my bonus action to do the two-weapon fighting. So I get to swing with my other short sword at him.
Yep.
And that is a 12 to hit.
All right. So apparently this guy is Neo. He's just swinging left, down, right, or he's dodging these attacks pretty well. Nero, let's do this.
I implore Keisha to use her shocking ability to try and take this guy down. Now what is he wearing as armor? Is it plate mail? Is it chain?
So he's got multiple layers, but he does have plate mail.
Hey, Brad.
What's up?
Are we still surrounding him and should have advantage still?
Yep.
Crap. I got it.
So yeah. You guys don't forget you're still at advantage, which means you still get to roll 2 d20s, and you still get to. So,
right, so I guess
Kazar, if you want to go again.
Yeah, that would just count those 2 first rolls for my first attack, I guess. So second one, let's try it again. A unnatural 20.
Oof,
yep, unnatural 20 to hit.
All right, so that is a hit.
Okay.
Nice.
And roll for damage.
All right, so I did 6, but I also have Colossus Slayer, so I get to roll another D8 of damage since he's not at full health.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Let me roll that on top. And that's an extra 6, so I just did 12 points of damage.
All right.
Boom. Nice.
Good stuff.
All right, Nero, so back to you.
Okay, so would we get electrical damage or any type of secondary damage from if Kalisha was able to do that shock
It really depends on how well she does it. It's a possibility, but that's one of her abilities. So chances are you're not going to receive anything from it. I think you're close, but you're probably at a safe distance, unless you were at the time making contact with him.
Well, I've got 8 hit points left of my 21. I'm not doing very well. I look for another healing potion or medical pack.
You don't see there might be some. Just want to remind you that there are in the hall. There's plenty of inmates out there. Just throwing that out there. You guys did release at least six cells of prisoners out there. So just a thought.
Okay, so I will thank you for that. I will compel said prison mates to come and help us take down this this warden. So I'll try and throw a charisma saving throw to get them to come and help us.
All right, so go ahead and roll for. So I'm gonna let you get away with him without him having an opportunity attack, since there's so many of you guys surrounding him. He's not gonna be able to swing at you as you disengage from him. So go ahead and
11.
11.
But I've got an adjustment in my character. +2. Well, yeah, so +2.
All right. So if you go to the door, what are you going to say to the other inmates out there?
If you want to survive, we have to kill the warden. Surround us and help us now.
Okay. So in response to that, so looking at the fighting, there's definitely some inmates that have already been slain. There's basically blood covering the floor now of the hallway. You see some dead guards out there. Some are still engaged in fighting. Some, where it's, in some cases, 2 or 3 guys against one guard. They hear what you're saying, and some of the inmates start heading towards the room and start entering the room. So it looks like you were successful, and now there's multiple inmates heading into that room.
You're welcome, all of you.
Nice.
Except for that Kalisha friend over there.
Right, so Kira, you're up.
Okay.
You swinging with the sword again?
Yes, sir.
All right. So,
Because I'm assuming that's like my main option.
Yep. Go ahead and roll your D20.
Okay. 10.
Okay, and don't forget you are still at advantage, so go ahead and roll again.
16.
All right. Woo! So we add 4 to that, and so you got 20. That's not a natural 20. That's a dirty 20, but it's still a 20 nonetheless. And that's a hit. So go ahead and roll for damage. Roll your D8.
D8.
Yep.
I'm still learning. Be patient. Is that? Hold on.
It's a little diamond one.
Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. Okay. 4.
Okay, so 4, and then we add 2 to that, so you did 6 points of damage on. All right, and you guys are definitely making some damage on them. All right, and Ursh, you're up next.
Again, I'm going to take a shot with my short sword.
Okay.
That would be a 13 for a hit.
Okay, is that including your modifier?
That's including my modifier.
You have the advantage, and then you also have the bark.
Oh.
Yep.
And it's a 9 for the advantage.
Okay, so that would be a hit.
D6. That would be a 5 for damage.
Okay. All right, Kelisha.
Yes. Did I finally get into that locker?
All right, so you're working on so you've gotten to the locker, and you see your scimitar there with the rest of your gear. So in the meantime, you grab your scimitar, and you're not that far away from the warden. Still, the locker's right there, so you can use your movement to get to the warden. And you want to go ahead and swing for damage.
All right.
And you have a +4 to hit.
+4 to hit, but my damage is
now
one
you do
dice
get
+2.
So with your shocking grasp that you talked about, you do get a +5 to hit on that, and your scimitar does a D6 +2, or your shocking grasp will do a D8 for damage. So do you want to use this scimitar you've been trying to get, or you want to try to use this shocking grasp on?
I want to use the scimitar.
All right, go for it.
3 + 2 is 5. Yes, I got a 5.
You have to roll to hit.
What?
Yeah, you roll your D20. Hopefully you didn't get a 5 on that. Roll your D20 to swing it.
Yeah. Don't cheer over a 5.
Okay, 18.
All right, you hit
Thank
him.
God.
Roll
Thank
for
God.
damage. Actually, was that your first roll?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Roll again just to see if you get a natural 20.
Oh, that's true.
And I
That's
got
true.
a 19.
All right.
Oh,
so
nice.
either way, you hit him.
Nice.
So go ahead and roll your D6.
Taking her to Vegas.
Damage, baby.
D6, my dream.
4 + 2 is 6.
Yep. All right. Awesome.
Nice.
Yes. Smack.
All right. Ivana, what are you
Smack
doing?
with my scimitar.
Is he like staggering at all, or he's just like taking this all in stride and not caring at all?
He looks like a pretty strong veteran. Like he's been doing this a while, but he's definitely wounded. He's not near death or anything.
Who's wounded?
But
the
warden.
The warden.
Still on the warden? This
So,
fucker won't die, man.
Still fighting the warden.
Ivana, what do you want to do?
Oh my gosh. We still can't do spells, right?
They've been able to cast Hunter's Mark.
Oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh, my ear fell
give it a
off
shot.
again.
And she could have done Shocking Grasp if she wanted to. So
We'll just pretend I'm
it looks like there was a protective magical ward on the cells that made it so you couldn't cast any magic inside the spells, but they don't have that on the or in the armory.
Gotcha.
Come on, Ivana, Lucy, and Damien. We've got an elf that lost an ear.
Save us.
Help
I didn't know Mike Tyson was playing.
Since you're still a guard, did you want to maybe start, since he's surrounded and there's more inmates coming in, did you want to maybe start looking for an escape route?
Sure.
Ooh.
Okay.
Sure.
my ear.
So if you want to exit the room, the door that the warden came from, that's obviously his office there.
All right.
And if you peer into the office, you can see another door in the back of that room that is somewhat ajar. And in there, it looks like there might be a staircase. Yeah. You want to go check out that room?
Yes.
All right. So run in there and run a perception check for me.
Run a perception check.
So you're going to roll your D20.
Okay.
And you are going to...
An 8. Wait, hold on. No, 10.
Okay, is that including you? So you get +4 to that.
Yeah, no, yeah, I did because I rolled a 6. So 4 is 10.
So you go into this dark room. It's not very well lit. There's one torch on the wall, but you see a staircase that goes up, and in the corner of that little there's a looks like some sort of sewer cap type thing in the very corner of that.
Okay.
So
I want to open it.
So
Can I open
there
it?
looks like there's multiple ways out of this prison.
Can I go into that sewer thing?
You
Is that what it
can,
was?
yeah, I mean, you can lift up the sewer cap and take a look down there. So as you're still in that form, you're able to lift it up, take some amount of strength to move it to the side, and you look down, and there's a ladder that goes down, and down at the bottom you see a little bit of water trickling, but looks very dark in there. But it does appear to be a sewer. So
I'm Andy Dufresne.
all right. So as you're looking at that, the warden attempts to. He saw you exit the room, and knowing what you just said to him, that there's more inmates that he has to try to get, he attempts to escape from the group that's in there, and runs right into that gaggle of inmates that just came in to help you guys. And as he does, they basically dogpile the warden, allowing you guys a chance to escape. So you guys want to try to take that opportunity?
I want to grab my equipment first.
All right. So Kalisha has unlocked the lockers back there where she got the scimitar from. You guys are able to grab your belongings, what you had with you when you came into the prison. So your weapons that you're normally proficient with, the armor, the clothing that you wore, you're able to get that. If you guys want to take a second to look around the room, you'll find some miscellaneous things and some, a few straight up gold pieces. It looks like basically 100 gold pieces worth of items that you can take with you. Ivana tells you that there is an escape route, as right outside that way. So you guys make your way to that while all this hell is breaking loose and the warden is temporarily overcome by other inmates. You guys make your way to that little room where the staircase is going up. But Ivana, what do you recommend? Do you think they should go down or go up?
Come down.
We always go down.
Yeah, always.
Make sure so we'll have to quote that when we put this on Twitter. You always go down.
Always
go down. So how many days and a couple of hours later, you always go down.
Always go down, baby.
You guys all make your way to the sewer system.
Just pretend that I'm wearing ears for the last part of this.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Got it.
You are totally in character.
It's dark down here. Not everybody has dark vision, so they just assume you still have ears.
They can see you don't have ears, but I'll look past that.
Now, as you guys are walking down the sewer, there's multiple different paths down there. Doesn't seem to be anybody else down with you. I assume that you guys shut the sewer cap above you, the last person down. All right, so no one's following you right now.
I would like to say, before we left that area, I looked for all flasks of oil, anything flammable, anything explosive, and I grab it before we go down this dark tunnel.
Okay. Yep. So, and I believe some of you might have dark vision.
Yes.
But they're enough that you have a lamp with you or a torch with you. You're able to light that, so it gives you a limited view. And what languages do you guys speak?
Oh, I speak a few.
Arabesh.
Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
It's a dead language.
Common, infernal.
Thank you for the unfocused. That's
I'm
probably
trying to get it to focus, damn it.
All right. So for some odd reason, now Ivana, what form are you still in Damien form, or have you changed your form?
Can I change back? Can I change into my true form?
You can change into whatever form you want to, as long as you've seen it before.
Then I'll change into my true form.
Which is what I don't know. Which one is that?
She's hot as fuck.
Whoa! Damien's a fucking chick.
That's right.
All right. So you see that the guard's hair gets much longer. The face gets much more feminine, and turns into a female form, really attractive. And as you guys go up, you travel for about 20 minutes, maybe a half hour, enough to get away from the prison. There's another ladder going up through another sewer cap. You guys open that, you climb out, you realize you're about mile and a half maybe from the prison. You can hear, so now you're in the town of Tempest Bay. You look around. You're not directly outside the prison. That's good. And as you look around, you see that you're actually really close to the water, since this is a port city. And there's a few buildings around you. There's some businesses. And as you look around to your left, the last building on the left, you see a tavern. And there's a broken sign over the tavern. And you see Ivana's face, and her face lights up because she realizes that the mark that was made on Ursha's chest is a symbol for the number 5. Ooh. And as you look at this tavern, the sign's broken in half. Only half of the sign remains of that tavern. But what you see is a red 5 on the outside of that tavern. So nice. There is a Red 5 Tavern right there. And you guys make your way over to the tavern and open the door. It's fairly crowded now. It's early afternoon time, and you make it. There's everybody's crazy because they know something's happening at Shadowlight Prison. And you look around and you see the innkeeper. He's probably looks like he may be in his 40s or 50s. Jet black hair and a goatee. He looks at you and he smiles and he says, "It's about time you made it here."
So great.
And that'll do it for tonight.
Nice.
So you guys all survived.
We made it through.
We got it.
You've made your prison break, and you've made it to the Red 5 Tavern.
The flask is almost empty.
Yeah.
So congratulations, guys.
Nice.
You were able to overcome some guards, the warden. Josh thinks you guys are in the G spot.
That's the name of the tavern.
Okay, all right.
Tavern.
For anybody still in the chat with us that hasn't left us, thank you for not leaving us. As promised, we have some giveaways.
Yay!
Like I said,
the birdcage. Hell yeah.
So, last chance for anybody in the. What's up?
I have one thing I have to say, and I have to say it.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Kira! Yay!
Kira! Thank you. Technically, it's 15 here.
Time is man-made.
It's your birthday on the
It's your birthday on the East Coast.
Your present was you got to stay alive for tonight. So all right. And so for anybody in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, if you're in the chat, we'll see, type in the word Atlantis now. We already know Rob's not part of that area. So if you happen to be in that area, go ahead and type Atlantis. If not, we'll run that one again next week for that Atlantis giveaway. But I want to announce the winner of the D20 throw. And that was from retweeting that tweet for this one. And that is Corgi Cosplay.
Nice.
Corgi Cosplay retweeted that. So Corgi, hopefully you watch this show. If you do, hit us up on Twitter via direct message, and we will get you this throw. And for anybody still in the chat that made it to the end, we have the Essentials, D&D Essentials pack. All I need to know from you is, what is your favorite class of character in D&D? Or any type of fantasy? What is your favorite class to play? Get those answers in right now, and I'll do a quick giveaway for the Essentials kit.
Blue. No, green.
No, green.
If everybody's already left us, well, then we'll just keep it. For those who haven't played, Chantel, what did you think?
What's up? What?
What did you think of your first of
I loved
the
it.
D&D charity?
A little confusing, but I'll get the hang of it. But I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
And Kira, what did you think?
I'm with my madam on this. It was interesting, but it was confusing at points, and it'll be interesting to see as it evolves how much more we will learn.
Very in depth.
Right now, we are just the apprentices. Soon we shall be the masters.
I'm the derailer.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So for those of you who've been playing, glad you're back in playing D&D again. What'd you guys, Nero? What'd you think?
I effing loved it. It was
Good.
a fantastic way to get back into imagining a scenario and imagining a scene along with fantastic people working together. It was perfect. And thank you so much, Brad, for the 2 weeks worth of effort, among other people who helped along. But it was a long time coming. And for me personally, and Luna Girl knows this, I've been working on a story for about 3 months. It's tough to do. With ScarifCon coming up, my distractions were many, but in the future, it's going to be a fantastic trade-off, and you've set us off on a fantastic trail, and I absolutely love it. And I can't wait to do this again.
Yes. Congrats on launching Red5Tavern.
Yes. Grant, thank you for running this from behind the scenes.
Thanks, Grant.
Yes, thank you.
Road works all the magic on the scuttlebutt. You know, all Shanti and I have to do is show up and start yapping and talk about things we know or think we know. I don't know Star Wars, as I found out recently, but things we thought we know. We just get to show up and talk. Road does all the hard work. And Grant, thank you for the work that you've done tonight on this. And the winner of the D&D Essential Kit is Tina.
Yeah!
Tina, hit me up, and I will get this out to you. And I believe Tina
next week.
Tina will be playing this. Let's see how fast I can get this in the mail. Get that Essentials Kit. It really does have a lot of stuff. If you go to the store and get those, they're about $25 or so. So, you know, that's the price of a normal game out there. Maybe even cheaper than some games. So, you know, again, all you need is that Essentials Kit and your imagination, and you can play just like we are. So thank you to everybody that tuned in. For those viewing, let us know on Facebook, on Twitter, or on Instagram what you thought of this. And if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you know, we'd like to see your comments. What did you think of tonight's episode, our first episode of Devil's Bargain? And this was Prison Break. Let us know what you thought. We'd love to hear your input. And tune in next week. We'll be here, same bet time, same bet channel here at the Red5 Tavern. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Yay!